great day as well. All right, so let's get started, shall we? Start ourselves in sitting mountain as we always do, just coming a little to the front of the chair again, chair, and just sitting up nice and tall in that lovely postural alignment, which is how you all sit all the time, isn't it? Yes, Claire, we do. Try and remember to sit like that whenever you can, because then you're going to find a lot more space to breathe and a lot more for your organs to move better and breathe better as well. So let's take a few breaths here. And just taking a moment to settle in. Let's just remove those tights from the piano. So classy. Take a moment to settle and just breathe into your belly a little bit if you like. If you breathe into your belly, you might feel a sense of calming, because we're bringing the breath down a little bit into the lower lobes of the lungs, and that tends to make us feel calm, slip into that parasympathetic nervous system instead of being in that stress mode instead. So if you can feel your belly moving in and out gently, or your sides of your waist or your lower back. And just bringing your awareness there will help the breath to follow in that place as well. Taking another breath here into the belly. When you feel ready, you can just open your eyes if they were closed and come back into this space again now. Then from here you can pick your hands up and take them like stop signs in front of you. Let's pull one hand back as we stretch the other arm forward and swap sides. Ground your feet into the floor a little bit here, and just check that you can feel your heels and your balls of your feet under your toes feeling nice and evenly weighted. The heels sitting underneath the knees. And your legs are about hips distance apart, just roughly, might be a bit wider if that's more comfortable as well. Now let's change this a little bit to make circles. So we're going to try and go in kind of like opposite circles or flowing circles, taking them around, and then we'll change direction on those. I was going to try and do one way and one the other. That would be a good challenge. You know, I love my little coordination challenges. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know, like that. Oh, that's a good challenge. And try the other way. Whee. Well, there we go. Challenge accepted. Let's bring the hands to the shoulders now and start to move around in circles. Did you get that as well? It's fun to try, isn't it? Got to concentrate. All right. Let's now change direction on those circles, coming around the other way. And then just taking your hands out towards the side, like those stop signs again, and then pulling your elbows, bending your elbows, pulling your fingers in towards your shoulders and pressing the hands away, and then pulling the fingers in towards the shoulders and pressing the hands. So the fingers are facing upwards towards the ceiling as you pull them in. Got your palms upwards towards the ceiling, like you're trying to touch your pinky finger to your shoulder. And then pressing away. Palms facing up. And pressing away. Can you hear me okay? Just checking. Let's imagine we're turning two doorknobs, with our stop signs now. Feeling that they're kind of sticky and heavy. Just moving around each direction. And then just bringing your hands back and down, and give your shoulders a little roll up and back and down. And then from here, relax the shoulders into the back and let the head Move to the right and then to the left. Just nice, gentle movements of the neck, keeping the shoulders and the chest still. And from here, let's come back to the right side and gently circle the head downwards and over to the left. And then coming back and down, over to the right, nice and gentle. Back to the left. And back to the right. Coming back up to the center now. And then taking a little look towards the right, keeping your head stacked upon your shoulders and looking to the left. Again. And to the left. Now relax your shoulders even more and just let your chin come down towards your chest. Take a few breaths there. Don't round the shoulders forward. And slowly lift the head back up. Then from here, let's take the hands, we'll lift them up towards the sky. Now you can stop anywhere that feels comfortable for you. And exhale to bring your hands back and down. Inhale to lift the arms to wherever's comfortable. Exhale to bring your hands down. Inhale, lifting the arms. And exhaling to float the hands down. From here, letting your right arm move back as your left moves forward. You can take them forward and back as far as it feels comfortable for you. You can even go a little higher if that's nice in your arms and shoulders as well. One more here. And then we'll come back to sitting mountain again. Take the hands and flip them up onto your lap and then pull in your pinky finger, ring finger, middle, index and thumb. And then open your thumb, your index, your middle, your ring, your pinky. And then pull your thumb in, your index, middle, ring, pinky. And open pinky, ring, middle, index and thumb. And then from there, roll the fingers around. And that might make your wrists move a little bit as well, from one side to the other. And then changing direction, letting them really move like you're pushing them through something one at a time. And then open and close your hands a few times. You might like to do thumb on the top and then thumb on the bottom, or you can try and do one thumb on the top, one on the bottom, and then swap over so the other thumb's on the top and the other thumb's on the bottom. You know, I used to be able to do this so easily because I was practicing, and then I tried to do it on Monday. I really had to concentrate again. Now I've got it back. But yeah, it's amazing. Your body remembers that muscle memory. Oh, yep, still got it. All right, let's wiggle the fingers. It's a good challenge. Ooh, shake it out, spirit fingers. Woo! Awesome. I love the spirit fingers. That was beautiful. So energizing too, isn't it? All right, now let's sit up nice and tall. Press the feet into the floor. Let's take a circle with the spine around towards the front and back. And again. Breathing in and out per circle, just making them whatever size suits you. Yeah, got some good cat accompaniment going on here. Coming back into the center, taking a breath in, and on your exhale, twisting back towards the right. And you can let your arm float back behind you if you like, and then inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Just take your hand wherever is comfortable, just floating it around, floating it back and forward as you twist your ribs. Remember, the ribs twisting or the spine twisting is the most important part there. And then coming back to the center. And then from here, take a little circle with your arms, whatever height feels comfortable, and we'll lean over into a side bend as we circle, Come back through the center and then circle the arms again and lean up and over into your side bend. Nice. You can always leave the arms out if you don't want to do them, of course. And changing direction after this one, reversing back. We want to lift up the ribs and over into our side bend. Try not to go forward or twist the spine. Stay facing the front all the time as you if you move the spine. It's the spine moving, the arms are following, and then we're going to come back into the center again. Roll the shoulders up and back and down. Oh, that's nice. Let's do that a few times. There we go. And changing direction. Never underestimate the power of a good shoulder roll. Let's circle back the other way and let them land into your back again now. Then from here, hands can stay on the lap to start with. Let's lean forward and lift the chest and stick the tail out, inhaling. On the exhale, tailbone under, scoop the belly, curl the spine for your cat stretch. Now, if you want to, on your inhale, hands can come back to the hip creases or expand behind you. Or they might stay on your leg on your exhale or reach and float forward. Inhaling to expand back or on your thighs. Exhaling on your thighs or maybe coming forward. Be careful that when you do that you don't hunch your shoulders up. I could feel that my shoulders kind of wanted to hunch up a little bit on that last one. So just careful that you're just letting the arms move and the shoulders naturally move without that extra hunching on your curl back. One more time into our curl. And then let's come back to neutral again. Now let's actually come back into that curl again almost. So we want to tilt the tailbone. This time lean back instead of like rounding back so much. So keep the chest lifted, but get the tailbone under. So you've got that naughty puppy dog and you're leaning back on the chair. Then from here, keep your left foot where it is. Lift your right heel and then lift your left heel. Great. Now you can stay with the toes on the ground or lift your right leg and lower, and lift your left leg and lower. Lifting the right leg, maybe the left arm, and lower. Lifting the left leg, maybe the right arm, and lower. Good. Keep that lean back, keep the core on. Can you feel that working? Yes. Now breathe. Lower. Lower. Let's do one more on each side. And then from here, let's keep the right leg onto the toe or lifting it all the way up and straighten the leg out and bring it back in. See if you can stay back in it. If you need to sit up though, no problem. Let's straighten and pull it back in. Last one. Pop that one down. Let's lift the other side either on the floor or in the air. Straighten and pull it back in. Oh, we're getting some good core work today. Building up that fire in our belly. Let's take the feet back to the floor and sit up nice and tall. Oh, I can really feel the energy just going in the tummy. So that was really nourishing for that space. Let's take a breath and exhale. Now from here, bring your hands back to your hip creases or behind you. Lift your chest up and back and lengthen the spine. Press your feet into the floor. Maybe a little happy puppy dog, but not overextension on the lower back. Keep the opening through the ribs, the chest, of the belly. Exhale, release out of that. Take a breath here. And then let your knees rock side to side. Little hip movement. Now let's take our feet up and down, heels and toes. And then let the feet land down. Pick your toes up though, and let's try the pianos with our toes. So pinky toe in to the big toe. And you might like to repeat that again. see if you can get them. They might not all move separately, but we want to try to get them to move separately if you can. And then changing direction from the big toe. How come all the toes don't have names? Like, you know how the fingers have names like ring and pinky and middle and index, but the toe, we only have pinky and big toe, don't we? Or do they have other names? I've never heard of any. Let's wiggle the toes now. Hello, Moe loves my toes. Let's bring the feet down, toes back to the floor. And from here, take a breath in, and on the exhale, tilt forward over the legs, and then you can come down towards the ground. If you feel comfortable, just go to whatever depth is good for you. Hello, did you know I was going to do a forward fold so my hands would be in the right space to pat you? Yes, you did. They always know. All right, now let's come up slowly. Take a few breaths, engage your core as you come up and push your feet into the ground. And then settle the shoulders back and down into your back. And let's take a breath here. Now pressing your feet into the floor and inhale, let your arms float up towards the sky. On your exhale breath, take a forward fold out and over your legs. Inhale, lifting up halfway, folding down on your exhale. Now as you come up, this time just come halfway up and keep your feet pressing into the floor. Take your hands forward in front of you or extend them a little bit longer or up towards the sky, but keep your back long, that's most important. Notice if you're sticking your tailbone out, can you bring your tail down towards the chair a bit and maybe you feel the core then, right? Switching on. Take a breath here and a breath out. Another breath, ground the heels down. On your next inhale, lift on up and lift your right heel or your whole foot off the ground into the air. Breathing here, stork pose, and breathing out. Another breath in. Then on your exhale, send that foot back. It might be in the air or on the ground as you tilt the torso forward. Hands can be on your thighs or back beside you. Lengthen your spine and keep your head in line with your spine as well. Beautiful, everyone. Now let's land the back foot down, ball of the foot if it's off the ground. Press into both your feet, bring your hands together and lift up your arms to whatever height is comfortable for you today. Breathing here and breathing out. And another breath here. Now exhale and bring your hands back down to your heart. Step your right foot back to sitting mountain. As you take your left leg long and out in front of you, you can have the toes down or up. Breathe in and then exhale to tilt forward over your legs. Again, keep the head in line with the spine. Nice long neck, shoulders relaxed. Lengthen your spine, chest lifted. Okay, now inhale and come back up from there. On your exhale breath, bring your foot back and send that right foot back underneath the chair again for your lunge. Then inhale, let your arms float upwards towards the sky. Exhale to bring them down and behind you or maybe interlacing your fingers. Inhale, lift the chest up and back as the shoulders move down. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Press your feet into the ground as you come forward. Now you can go whatever depth feels comfortable again. Breathing here. Hello. Yes, it is another forward fold, but my hands are back this time. All right, now inhaling to push through your front foot and come to sit up again. Release your hands and step your feet forward. Take an inhale breath and let the arms float towards the sky. Exhale and fold forward and out over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift here. Folding down on your exhale. Rising up on your inhale. Hands to the heart as you exhale. Take a breath here. And a breath out. Next time you inhale, let your arms split up. Exhale and fold forward and out over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift up. Folding down. Come up halfway again. And then send your hands forward or maybe up and out to the front there. Breathing here. Keep your shoulders relaxed. You're welcome to widen your hands a bit more if that feels more spacious around your shoulders. Breathe here. And then press a bit more into your right foot as you come up and lift your left heel or maybe the whole foot off the ground, sitting on the center of your sit bones. Lift up from the hips to the ribs. Get some nice space in your torso. On your next exhale, send the foot back behind you, either on the ground or hugging it up in towards your bottom, hands to your thighs or back behind you. Head in line with the spine again. Grounding into your front foot on the heel. And then lower your back foot to the floor. Press into your feet, bring your hands to your heart, let them float up towards the sky as you sit tall. Again, you can bend your elbows more. That might make more space for your shoulders there if you need that. Now let's exhale and bring the hands down towards the heart. Take your left foot back to sitting mountain and your right foot out in front on the heel or the toes down. Little bend in your knee, lift tall and then come forward. Keep the chest lifted, the shoulders back, a nice beautiful line in your spine. Breathe. That rhymed, I like that. Now pushing into your feet, come back up again. Place your right foot back and your left foot back to your lunge underneath the chair. Ground into your feet and inhale, let the arms split upwards towards the sky. Exhale to bring them down. They might be separated or maybe you can interlace. Inhale, lift the chest up and back. And exhale, come forward, chest first, and then you can roll over a little bit. If you want to let your hands float upwards towards the sky and the head come down. See where the weight is in that front foot. Can you feel your heel pressing down as well as the ball of the foot? Is your back leg still strong? Next time you inhale, press yourself up, take your time and release your hands as you step your left foot forward again. Take a breath in and on your exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Hold on your exhale and rise up on your inhale. Hands to the heart as you exhale. Let's take a breath in mountain now. Just relaxing the hands to the lap or maybe beside you if you like. Now let's inhale, ground the feet. Let the arms float up towards the sky. Exhale and fold forward and out over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift up. Folding on your exhale. Come up halfway again and let your arms float forward to whatever distance is comfortable. Stay here for a breath. And then on your inhale, lift on up and lift your right heel. Lift the leg up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders as you exhale. Keep your left foot grounded and move your right leg out towards the side. You can take your hand on your leg if you want and maybe look out towards the left if you're comfortable to do that. You can also hold underneath and you can have your foot on the ground. Inhale and come back to the center and twist towards the right and then let your hand land down on your leg. Maybe the right hand's on your shoulder or reaching behind you. Just lean your right leg into your left hand if you're holding it. Come on back around to the front again. Let your arms float up towards the sky. Exhale, come back into that airplane, sending the hands back behind you. And then once again, land your foot to the floor, lift the torso. Now you might want to stay here as a lunge, or you can take a walk around to the left side of your chair and make a lunge on the side of your chair. We'll start in sitting mountain, maybe hold the chair if you want, have some of your bottom hanging off at the front so you can move your leg back to whatever distance feels comfortable for it to go. Okay, now ground your feet into the floor wherever you are, and then let your arms start to float upwards towards the sky. Again, whatever height feels good for you. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, the feet centered and grounded. Breathing in here. Take another inhale, lift the ribs up, and exhale, side bend towards the left. Keep the spine nice and long, ground through your left foot. Keep your hips even. Keep your right knee in. You're on the side especially. Now inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe the hands go to the thigh, or they go to the hips, or they go back behind you again here. Then from here you can take your right hand to your left thigh. Maybe the hand goes onto the outer left thigh and turn the palm out towards the left, or it's going to be the back of your chair if you're on the side. And then you can twist around towards the back of your chair or to the left. Keep your legs grounded. You might even slide down your leg a little bit with your arm on the outer edge if you want. One more breath here. Then press into your feet. Inhale to lift up, come back to your crescent lunge again. And exhale to bring your hands down to your heart center. Bring your back leg in nice and carefully, and then walk yourself back around to the front of your chair. And then take your left leg out in front. Toes can point down this time if you like. Breathing in tall, and exhale to tilt forward, maybe hands to the thighs, the shins or the ankles or the ground. Press into the whole bottom of your left foot and also the bottom of your right foot. Not losing our grounding and our support. Folding forward. Inhale and come back up from there. As you exhale, bring your foot in. Take a breath in. Fold forward over your legs on your next exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Come up to that halfway lift again now, and send your arms forward and up into that chair pose. Take a breath here, ground the feet, and then ground a little bit more in your left foot this time as you lift your right leg up off the ground. Wait a second, it's the left leg. Ground more into your right leg, lift your left leg off the ground. Breathing here. Now on your exhale, you can move your left knee. So you're going to ground to your right leg, make sure that knee's not wobbling around, and then come into a little look towards the right if you like. And then turning back to the front, twist the spine first, and then let the hand find the leg, and then you can open your left arm if you want to, or have it closer to you. Turning back into stork pose again here. On your exhale, find your way to that aeroplane pose again, where the legs behind you, either in the air or on the ground. Breathing here. And then landing the ball of the foot down to sit back up. Now again, you can stay here at the front of your chair, or maybe go for a little walk around to that right side of your chair. Sit forward and sit with a little bit at the front of the chair there, and then walk back your foot to wherever you like to go. That's it. Then from here we can make our crescent lunge, so bringing the hands forward, they go up maybe towards the ceiling, grounding into your feet. Feel like your back heel is pointing upwards towards the sky, not inwards towards the chair, and feel the bottom of that front foot as well, nice and grounded. Then breathe in tall, lift through the ribs, and exhale to side bend up and over towards the right or the back of the chair. Now inhale and come back to the center again, and then exhale, fold out forward, hands to the thigh or maybe behind you, or your arrowhead again. Back leg strong as well. And now let's take the left hand to the right thigh. Maybe it goes on the outside edge with the palm facing out, and then you can twist and you can go down a little closer to your leg if you feel comfortable, but just make sure your spine stays nice and spacious and long as you're twisting, grounding through the feet to support you. Maybe drawing the lower abdominals in just slightly, the space between your hip bones. And don't forget to breathe too. Alright, now let's twist around to the front and inhale, let the arms float up to the sky again. Exhaling to bring your hands down to your heart and bringing your foot back into mountain, coming around to the front of your chair if you're on the side, finding your mountain, and then sending your right leg out in front. Take a breath in and then come forward over your legs. Keep your spine long, hands to the thighs, the shins, or the ground. You might send the chest forward a little bit here. Ground through both feet. And then next inhale, push with both your feet to come back up. Bring your foot back to sitting mountain again. Take a breath in. On the exhale, fold out forward over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale and rise all the way up. Hands to the heart as you exhale. And find your mountain pose for a few breaths. Hands resting on the lap or maybe beside you if you like. Feel free to close your eyes if that's comfortable. And breathe here. Now from here, let's inhale, let the arms float up towards the sky. Exhale to fold forward and out over your legs. Inhale for that halfway lift. Folding down and then halfway lift again. Come to your chair pose. Take an exhale. Inhale up to your stalk from here. Exhale, take the knee out towards the side. Take a breath in here. And then you can land that foot down onto the floor and bring your back arm in. Now you can stay there or maybe wiggle it around a little bit further. You might move on your seat a little bit there, more towards the corner of the chair if you like. Keep your right leg where it is, and then left leg might go forward with the foot on the ground. Or you could take it back behind you, grounding the whole foot down to the floor as well. Just make sure you can get the outer edge down. Hands can then come to the hips or shoulders, or you can do little birdies or out to the side walls there, maybe looking to the right if you're comfortable there. Breathing in tall. On your exhale, lean towards the right, and then inhale, sit back up tall again. Exhale, push with your feet and lean to the right. Push more with your front foot to sit you up. Push a bit more with your back foot to lean out. And push to sit back up again. Now this time lean out and then let your hand find, or your forearm find your thigh. Back hand to the shoulder or maybe goes up towards the sky. You can keep your right arm where it is, or you could slide it down your leg a little bit more here if you'd like to. Breathing here. Now again, try not to roll the ribs down towards the ground. Keep the chest lifted. So it might mean changing your arm a little bit if that makes you roll forward. Both palms pointing to the front. That's it. Okay, now push into your right leg, lift up. Take a reverse hand to the shoulder or maybe up and over. And then exhale and release out of that. From here, bring your back foot forward so that it's in sitting mountain again. Take your right foot out to the side with the whole foot on the ground. Keep a little bend in your knee. Again, keep the torso facing forward as you lean to the side, and then you can let your hand come to wherever it lands. You don't need to bend any further, just let it land. And then other hand to the hip or shoulder. You can go up towards the sky again, or if you want this time, turn your palm down towards the ground with your thumb at the bottom and your palm facing backwards. And then we take the hand back, and you might stop anywhere on your lower back, or you're kind of reaching across to the top of your right thigh in that direction. You can look up, you can look forward, you can look down. Just keep your neck nice and safe feeling. Keep your feet working, lift the chest, lift the spine. Beautiful. Now pushing into your right foot, you can keep the bind or you can release it as we lift up and reverse again, shoulder or up and over. Keep the legs grounded or you'll lose your balance. All right, come on down. Let's bring your hand to the thigh, bring the foot back, come back around to the front of the chair. Take a breath in here. And on the exhale, fold out forward over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway up. Fold on your exhale. Now come up halfway again, lift the arms for chair pose. Breathing out, press into your right foot, lift your left leg as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, land. Now take the leg out towards the side again and land the foot to the ground. You can bring your hand back in, move over if you need to, and then move your leg out a bit more if you want towards the left. You can stay here with your leg in sitting mountain, or move your right leg out to the front a bit more, somewhere around towards the right. Again, just make it comfy for you. Hands to your hip, shoulders, or out to the side walls, and then you can gaze towards that left side if you like this time. And breathe in and lift tall through the spine. Press through your back foot a bit more as you lean on your exhale out towards that left wall. Inhale, lifting back to the center, shoulders over hips. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Now reach again. This time the hand or forearm will find your left thigh, and the right hand might come to your shoulder or up to the sky. And then you can stay here, or maybe let your hand slide down your leg a little bit more if you'd like. Again, try not to rotate. Hands straight up to this corner of the room this time, palms facing forward. Are you breathing? Just checking. All right, push down through your left foot as you come up and take a reverse. Again, you can have a hand on the shoulder or reaching up and back. And then exhale to release from there, bringing your foot forward, your right foot forward if it was out long, back to sitting mountain. And then you can outstretch your left leg. Then from there, take a breath in, and on your exhale, lean, keeping the torso facing the front, out to the side. And then your hand to your shoulder or up, or turn your palm to the back, thumb down. Bring your hand carefully behind your back, wherever that feels comfortable for you. And head anywhere that you feel comfortable as well. Okay, now keep your hand in the bind or let it go as you come up to reverse again. And then exhale and release. Now bring your foot back in and around to the front for your sitting mountain. Take a breath in there, and on your exhale, fold out forward over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway up. Fold on your exhale. This time, come all the way back up to seated again. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Coming into your mountain pose for a few breaths now. Now, keeping your left foot where it is, turn your right knee out towards the side. You can bring it across a little bit more, or maybe cross at the ankle, or lift up and cross at the thigh if that's comfortable for you as well. Keep the foot flexed, especially if you come here. Hands can then come to your heart center. Press your bottom foot down towards the floor. Relax your shoulders, and let's take a few breaths here in our tree pose. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, and you can also leave them open if you prefer. Feel the bottom foot like the roots of a tree going down into the earth, steady and stable and strong, alive. Feel that energy come up through your whole body to the crown of your head. Now let's slowly exhale. Bring the hands back and take the foot carefully off and back down. Now let's do the other side, keeping the right foot grounded into the earth. Left foot comes closer as the knee goes out to the side, or maybe cross at the ankle, or maybe up onto the thigh. Flexing the foot and making sure you're not pressing on your kneecap, and you're using that bottom foot to the ground to give you that joint support through the muscles. Hands to the heart. Breathing here. Again, feel your roots going down into the earth, receiving all that beautiful nourishment from Mama Nature. That energy flowing up through your entire being, the trunk of your tree up to the top and out to the branches. Nourishing and supporting, feeding you, keeping you alive. Then from there we'll start to come out, so bringing your hands down and your leg down. Back into mountain pose again, taking a breath here. Now you can keep bent legs if you like, or you could take your legs out in front. Keep your knees as bent as you like. Take a breath in and then tilt forward over your legs. You might let your hands come down. If you reach your toes, you can take your peace fingers, the ones you make a peace sign with, your index and middle finger. Wrap them around your big toe and take your thumb on the outer edge of your nail. Lift the spine tall and then bend your elbows out to the sides as you bring your head down and your belly closer to your thighs. Now breathing into the back of your body here. Wherever your hands are, it's absolutely perfect. You're still doing the same pose. Feel that whole back chain of the body having a lovely openness, lengthening. Now release your hands if you are holding. Inhale to come up halfway, lengthen your spine. Fold down on your exhale. And then inhale and rise all the way up to seated. Hands to the heart as you exhale, bringing your feet back into mountain again and taking a breath now. Notice how you're feeling. Now bring your hands back to your hip creases or lower back, or interlace them again behind your back. Let the shoulders roll back and down. They'll already start moving back a little naturally anyway when you move your arms back. But bring the shoulder blades inwards and down into your back. And then push your feet down. Feel the lower back get more stable. Feel the lower belly switch on a little bit. Don't forget to breathe. Now exhale and release and come back to sit in sitting mountain again. Take a breath here. And now lift the chest and roll those shoulders back and down again. Hands might move back to the hip creases or float back behind you as you push your feet down. You can stay there, or you could tilt your torso forward and maybe even lift the arms up into the air. Keep the head in line with the spine. Just watch there's some space there behind. So it's like a natural curve that comes up from the sternum through the throat, but not like a kink in the neck where it's kind of like flopping backwards. Now exhale and release out of that. Come back to sit in your mountain pose and take a breath here. Now from here, let's let the feet and knees gently rock side to side. Then from here, you can pause in the middle. You're welcome to make more space with your feet if you want to. For this one, we're going to fold forward again over the legs. So let's take a breath in, and on the exhale, come out. Bring your belly down and maybe between the thighs or on them if it's all right. Hands to the hips, or maybe the lower back, palms facing the ceiling, or on the chair with the palms facing the ceiling. Lengthen the chest forward a bit, and then if you feel comfortable, you can come over and down. Remember to watch your head down if it doesn't feel right for you, if you have any pressure. Your head or your chest, bring it up, lift your chest, lift your head above your chest, above your heart. Breathing into the back of the body. Next time you inhale, just slowly start. Come on up from there, just taking your time. And then let's bring the feet out in front. Knees can stay as bent as you like. Take a breath in. When you exhale, come out and forward over your legs, hands to the thighs or the shins or the ankles, or you may like to take them around the outer edges of your feet. Again, you can lift your chest if you want, and then come over and down to flex the spine a little. Breathing again into the back of your body. Relax your head. Relax your shoulders. Careful you're not gripping with your hands. Next time that you inhale will start to come up. Take as many breaths as you like. You might walk yourself back up your legs. Take your time to come up. Bring your feet back to mountain pose again. Taking a breath here. And then just take a really gentle twist towards the right. You might like to rest your hand on your leg. Relax your shoulders. You can turn your head if you want, or you can keep your head forward more. But make sure there's no forcing at all. It's just twisting to where your spine wants to go. Soften through your face, shoulders, belly. Inhale and come back to the front. Turn the ribs to the other side, twist your spine, and then you can let your hand find your leg if you like. The left hand might be on the hip or the seat behind you maybe. And again, it's a gentle twist without any force. Just going with the breath, letting the breath guide us. If it feels really comfortable to breathe, you're in the right spot. Feel that relaxation through your face and shoulders, belly, hips. And on your inhale, come back around to the front again. Keep your feet there if you want, or take them out to a wider mountain base. Take a breath in. On the exhale, tilt forward and out over your legs, maybe keeping your hands on your thighs and your torso lifted, or letting your hands come down the outer edges of your legs, or perhaps your elbows on the inside of your thighs and your hands around the outside of your feet. Again, keep the head lifted, or you can come down, let the head hang. Again, relaxing through the shoulders and the face. Feel some relaxation in your hands. Feel some relaxation in your belly, in your hip creases. Taking another breath here. And then just starting again to come up. Lower belly can draw in a little bit as you come up as well. Press your feet, use your hands on your thighs if you need. Take as many breaths as you like. And then from there, let's bring the feet and knees back to the front again. Taking a breath here. And you can either stay sitting tall or move back a little into your chair and get a little bit more comfortable. Let your legs be wherever that feels the most relaxing for you. Let your shoulders relax, hands relax on your lap or beside you. Perhaps you have the palms facing up to receive if that feels right for you. But wherever you'd like to have your palms. If you want, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Feel the attention shifting more inwardly again now into that space within you. You may notice some sensations in that space. You may notice your breath or your heartbeat. Letting your breath soften your body. Every exhalation breath like a wave of peace, just washing over you from top to toe, washing away all the tension in your muscles, softening all your joints, relaxing every cell of your entire being. With a soft and gentle peace. Nothing for your body to do right now, but just be and rest. You may sense that wave of peace washing over your mind as well, softening the thoughts, floating them away on the wave of the exhale breath. Nothing for your mind to do right now, but just be and rest. Allowing your whole body and your whole mind to be at peace. Nothing to do but just rest. gently notice how it feels to be at peace, to be rested, to just be. Just remember this feeling. Know that you can come back here whenever you need. This state of being, this place of peace is yours alone. No one else can touch it. And you can come back anytime you like. It's just a few breaths away. Always with you, wherever you go. Remembering how it makes you feel to know that there is a place of peace within you that is always there and always unchanging. A refuge, a sanctuary where you can go whenever you need. Remembering and knowing that for certain, start to bring your awareness gently back to your breath. Bringing some of that peace with you as you start to breathe your way back into a state of a little bit more alertness and becoming a little bit more awake with every breath. When you feel ready, you can wiggle your fingers and toes, some peaceful and gentle movements to wake yourself up now. Anything that feels nice to you and nourishing and supportive, feel free to do that. It might be a stretch or it might be something different. When you've had enough movement, just start to make your way back into mountain pose again. Taking a breath here and just seeing how you feel. And you can bring your hands to your heart center and just tap back into that place of peace for a moment. And gather up some of that peace and visualize sending it out from your heart around the globe, saturating the globe with our wave of peace. All the hearts, all the bodies, all the minds, all the creatures, all of nature, just flooded with this beautiful vibrational wave of peace. See everything coming back into harmony again, into balance, into peace. Thank you so much, everyone. Peace be with you all and all beings everywhere. Namaste.